Hello Junior 3. I am Miss Aya and now I will complete our revision. What we will learn today? We will learn my diet, vitamins and minerals, how much sugar we must eat, why water matters, and keeping food cold. Number 6. Food storage through time and living organism, all kinds of habitats which we talked before. The first habitat is called polar habitat, rainforest habitat, grassland habitat, and wetland habitat. Let's start our revision of today. Welcome again, Junior 3. Let's start our revision with chapter 3, which is called Get Fit with Healthy Food. Okay, let's start with a lesson which is called My Diet. Diet, it is a kind of food a person eats regularly. Regularly means every day. We get energy from the food which contains nutrients. Our bodies take these nutrients out of food to be healthy. That means we need energy, so we will eat anything to get the nutrients from this food. Okay, so we get energy from the food which contains what? Contains nutrients. Let's know important examples for the nutrients which we need. The first thing, carbohydrates. Okay, carbohydrates like potatoes and bread and pasta. The second nutrients are called proteins. Proteins like fish and eggs and meat. The third thing called fats like oil or nuts or butter. Okay. About how much sugar we must eat. Okay. We can eat sugar to get enough energy to do things, but having more sugar will harm your health, such as number 1, gaining unhealthy weight. You will gain unhealthy weight if you eat too much sugar. Feeling jumpy and nervous, okay, causing harm to your heart. So your heart will harm if you eat more sugar. Why? Because it causes them to grow faster than normal. Okay, making cavities in your teeth like this picture. There are a lot of cavities in her mouth. We finish this lesson. Our lesson is about vitamins. They are important nutrients that are needed for normal growth, okay, or for a strong body. The first vitamin is called vitamin A. It's found in orange and eggs and carrots. Vitamin B, it's found in meat and milk and fish. Vitamin C already is found in orange, guava, and kiwi. Vitamin D, it's found in liver and milk and fish. Vitamin E, it's found in wheat and broccoli and vegetable oil like olive oil. Vitamin K, it's found in cucumber and cabbage and broccoli. Now we will know about minerals. What are minerals? They are substances needed by the human body for a good health. Minerals help forming strong bones and teeth. If we don't get enough of these important nutrients, you can have health problem. Okay. The example of minerals like calcium, it's found in wheat and cheese and milk. Iron, it's found in eggs and wheat and meat. Potassium is found in bread and banana and orange. We end this lesson why water matters. This is important lesson. Our body mostly contain water. You need to stay hydrated. What's the meaning of hydrated? Drink enough water to be healthy. So you must drink enough water to be healthy, and this is called hydrated. The importance of water. Number 1, keep the body temperature constant. What's the meaning of constant? It means without any change, okay? Helps the joints move correctly and keep the bones healthy and keep the body get rid of toxins and wastes. What do we feel when your body needs water? Okay, number 1, I will feel thirsty. Certainly we feel thirsty when we want water, but the new information for you that you feel a headache when you want water and you feel tired and dizzy, like this picture. This picture, she is very dizzy, okay? So she feels tired and dizzy because she wants water. Why I always need water? Your body loses a lot of water in number 1, sweating, like in hot weather, okay, like this picture. Number 2, going to the bathroom, like this funny boy. Breathe. Number 3, breathe, okay. Now our lesson about keeping food cold. Certainly we keeping our food cold in our fridges, but in the past they didn't have fridges. What did they do to cold their food? Let's know how. Keeping food cold. Fridges are used to store food and make them last for a long time. But people in remote areas. What's the meaning of remote areas? It means the far areas, okay? They found solution because they haven't electricity. Like what? The solution is like the zir boot. Okay, let's know information about this thing. The zir boot. It's made from 2 ceramic pots and water and sand. Okay, look at this picture. There is 2 pots and between them there is sand and there is water in the sand. How they store food in them? Number 1, they put one of the pot inside the other, like this picture. The space between them is filled by sand. Finally, water is poured into the sand and it evaporates from the sand into the air. It makes evaporation process, okay? And it takes heat with it. This cools the space inside the pot, so they can cool their things inside this pot. The best places to put them in. Number 1, the shade, cause the sun will warm them quickly. Okay, the shade far from the sun, because the area which contain the sun light, okay, it's very cold. Number 2, breezy areas, cause the wind makes water evaporate faster. Number 3, dry areas. Okay, this is about the zir boot. Keeping food cold. There are many ways to storage food through time. Okay, let's know about them. Number 1, before 10,000 BC, people used fire to heat and smoke food. Number 2, 7,000 BC, people used to dry some fruits like date. Number 3, 30 BC, people used salt to keep food like fish. Okay. Number 4, 1810, people used glass jars for canning food like vegetables, like this. Okay. 1920, people used refrigerator or fridges to keep all the types of food, like this. Okay. When habitats change, living organism. Okay, we have living organism and non-living organism. So, in habitats, there are living organisms and non-living organisms. Living organisms like human and plant and animals. Non-living organism, natural or man-made. Natural like the sun. Okay, man-made like the lamp, or the chair, or the bed, or anything. This is about the living organism and non-living organism. Let's start our habitats. We will study 4 habitats. The first one is called polar habitat. Look at this picture carefully. Sure, you watched it before on TV. Polar habitat. It is a habitat where ice covers large parts of it. Like this picture, the ice is everywhere. Places it's found in North Pole and South Pole. Okay, so the place is North Pole and South Pole. The weather there is cold and windy. Plants, shrubs and moss. The animals there are Arctic fox, polar bear and whale and certainly penguin. Rainforest habitat. It's a habitat which is full of trees, places near the equator, so the weather there is rainy and warm. The plants have big leaves to absorb light. Number 2, tall trees to block most of sunlight from reaching the ground. Okay, so plants have big leaves and tall trees, but the tall trees block most of sunlight from reaching the ground. Okay, the animals there are monkeys and macaw and large snakes. And the amphibian. What's the meaning of amphibians? Animals which can live in land or under water. Like what? Like the frog. And habitat. It's a habitat which has dry and flat lands and few trees. The weather there, some grassland habitat, warm all the year, and some grass habitat, warm in the summer, cool in winter. Cool in winter, warm in the summer. Okay? The plants there, tall grass and bushes. Animals there are lions and cheetah and prairie dogs. Prairie dogs and the rabbit digs holes in dirt to find shelter. Wetland habitat. It's a habitat where fresh water or salt water and land meet, forming swamps. What's the meaning of swamps? It's a low land that has plants. Okay, it's not highland, it's low land like this. Okay. The weather warm and cool. The plants grow under the water like this picture. Under the water there are plants or floating on the top of water like this. The animals there The animal there, like the turtle. Lesson now is about needs of living organism. What they need. Okay, all the living organisms need three things. The first thing is called food and shelter and water. Okay, let's begin with food. Animals need water and food and shelter to live. When it's hard to find them, some animals move to other habitat to look for their needs. Like lions catch other animals for food. Rabbits eat plants. Raccoon and vulture eat dead animals. Shelter or the home. Animals also have different ways of getting shelters. For example, birds build nests in trees. Moths and rabbits make holes or burrows in the soil. Turtle and frog can hide under rocks. For the water, animals have different ways for getting water. Number one, some animals drink water from ponds, streams, or puddles. Some animals drink water that is collected in plant need, like this, plant leaves. Some animals drink water that is collected in plant leaves, like this. Okay, we have finished this lesson. Changes in the environment. Okay, this chapter is very important. This is the chapter 4. Okay, it begins with drought. Let's know about it. It's cold because it happens when there is no rain for a long time, so the land becomes hard and small lakes and rivers can dry up. Look at this picture. It's drought. It's drought. Okay, there is no water and the plants are dead. Its effect or result, plants may not be able to survive without enough water. Animals may be forced to move to look for water. This is the first thing which called drought. The second thing is called fire. All of us know the fire. It happens when light wind strikes dry land and grasses. When a human-made fire gets out of control. Okay. Fires harm the habitat which contain animals and plants. They will die. Smoke from fire pollutes the air. And fire can help clean out dead plants on a forest floor. This allows important nutrients to return to the soil. Flood. This is called flood when there is a lot of water in the streets and roads. It happens when heavy rains cover the dry land with a lot of water. Its effect, animals which can't live in water must leave the flooded area. Food can wash away soil and plants. Flood can bring new seeds and nutrients to the land. So it had harmful effect and it had something important because flood can bring new seeds and nutrients to the land. So it had benefit. Okay. The fourth thing is called pollution. It caused by natural volcanoes or living garbage on the land. Garbage means the litter. Okay. Humans or wastes. Humans throwing trash or chemical into water, like factories. They throw their wastes. Humans throw trash or chemical into water. Okay, some people throw their wastes on the river or on the sea, so it wastes out there or their wastes will harm the environment and water. Using machines that pollute the air. Okay, like the cars, it pollute the air. Effect: Pollution in the air, water, and land can destroy habitats and harm wild animals. Animals can cause change. It's a new lesson. Okay, it's very important and it's very easy. Goat grazing on the land. All of us know the goats. It's important to be goats in our life, but if there are more and more goats, they will change the environment, and it's called overgrazing. It's very harmful to the environment. Why? Because overgrazing harms the environment, as goats eat plants which are the food and shelter of the other living organism. So the other living organism or the other animals don't find any food. Okay, this is called overgrazing, when the goats eat large quantities of grass. The second thing is about water hyacinths. This is picture, it's called water hyacinths. It's a plant that floats on the water. It's found on the river Nile, and it harms already the environment because it uses a lot of water and it prevents sunlight and oxygen from reaching to the plant which exists in the river from inside. Okay, this is for the water hyacinths. Let's answer some question. Number 1, choose the correct answer. Water helps to move the joint badly or correctly? Correctly, that's right. Number 2, butter is fats or carbohydrates or proteins? Fats, that's right. Number 3, iron is found in ... beans and nuts or broccoli and red meat? Beans and nuts or broccoli and red meat? Broccoli and red meat, that's right. Number 4, sugar affects our teeth by making colors or sweets or cavities? Cavities, that's right. People used ... to heat and smoke food. Water, fire, or air? Smoke food. And heat, what? Fire, that's right. Swamp, number 6. Swamp is a land that has plants, high or low? We said before, low, that's right. Number 7. Plants in wetland habitat grow the water under or above or under and above? Under and above, that's right. The weather in polar habitat is cold or windy or cold and windy? Cold and windy, very good. Put true or false. All living things need energy to live. Our bodies need food because food gives us air. False, because food gives us nutrients. Number 3, when my heart grows faster and faster, it will be damaged. That's right, true. Number 4, their boots are 4 boots? No. Okay, there are 2 boots. Number 5, the animals which live in wetland habitat like turtle? True, that's right. The best places to put their boot in, I said before, shade and breezy area and dry area or dry places. That's right. Number 2, living organisms are plants, humans, and plants, human and animals. That's right. Number 3, penguin walk, sleep, and gather on ice and swim in water. That's right. When I want water, I feel tired and have a headache. Yes, and I feel thirsty. That's right. Okay, we have finished our revision now. Wish to be easily for you, and wait me for the third video inshallah. Goodbye our students.